Good day and welcome to another Micrographics webinar. We are an Autodesk partner and reseller. My name is Sean Bauer and I will be presenting this webinar today, 20 June 2024, South African local time, 10 o'clock in the morning. I am an applications engineer and AEC technical consultant with Micrographics, and today's topic is What's New Revit 2025. If you find this webinar to be informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future webinars. Right, let's get into it. right, so so good day and welcome to another Micrographics webinar. We are an Autodesk partner and reseller. My name is Sean Bauer and I will be presenting this webinar today on the 20th of June 2024, South African local time, 10 in the morning. I am an applications engineer and AEC technical consultant with Micrographics. And today's topic is What's New Revit 2025? If you find this webinar to be informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future webinars. All right, let's get into it. On the agenda for today, we will start with a short introduction to the new features with Revit 2025. We will not delve into all the new features. I've selected a few of them as we only have an hour for our webinar. And we will include some design productivity enhancements and features that were added, site design, the total carbon analysis for architects, the Forma add-in and the new features that Forma offers, and then the interoperability tools and features. And then we'll have a conclusion. So as an introduction, Autodesk Revit 2025 brings a host of new features and improvements designed to enhance the user experience, streamline workflows, and provide more precise modeling capabilities. The first topic for the day would be design productivity. I've selected 3 topics: how to create walls with the auto join and lock feature, the in-canvas wall wrapping controls that are now available on floor plan views, and then the multi-loop mullion profiles that can be created. Next would be site design. In site design, I only selected the topo surface and topo solid, the conversion for pads to 2025, then topo solid by face, then the excavation tool, which now offers us volume parameters for the cut and fill, and then shape editing snaps for topo solids. Next will be total carbon analysis for architects, the plugin that is now available for Revit 2025. Then Forma add-in, we'll include the new features in Forma. I selected a few: labeling in 3D mode, the graphic display, additional settings and tools that were available, and then there are more which I will illustrate with a live demo. And then lastly, we'll have the interoperability, the improved IFC category mapping, import and export for step files, the 5 new GIS systems that are available, horizontal GIS systems, informed design for Revit, then the Revit to robot link enhancements, and how to use advanced steel parts and assembly marks. So first topic of the day, design productivity. We will look at create wall with auto join and lock. On the right, you will see an image indicating how when creating walls, in the contextual modify tab for walls, you can automatically join and lock newly created architectural walls with adjacent walls. The wall will move together and any inserted elements will perforate both walls, such as doors and windows. Any inserted elements, doors, windows will perforate both walls, but there are some limitations. Complex cuts will not cut through both the aligned locked walls. Only simply cuts can cut through, only simple ones. The auto join and lock options are only available while using the architectural walls. This is not for structural walls. These options are not available when modeling structural walls, face-based walls, stacked walls, and curtained walls. It also has a limitation with tampered and slanted walls. Newly created slanted wall cannot align with the existing slanted or tapered wall, so the auto join and lock does not work for it. You can use auto join only in this case. Existing adjacent walls modeled in previous Revit versions will not automatically join when upgrading to the new version. And on the right hand side, you'll see an example of how a window goes through two walls that were joined and locked. Next is wall wrapping controls. Allow or disallow the wall end wrapping conditions with controls in plan views. So in the image you will see those two icons that have been circled in red that become available on floor plan views. When you wish to alter the wrapping, how it wraps with other walls when they connect. When wall layer wrapping is enabled for wall ends, the wrapping behavior of each wall end can be changed with a control located near the wall end. The control is only visible when the wall is selected in a plan view. Click the control to change the wrapping behavior of the layers at the wall end. So I will open Revit and give you an example of joining walls with the automatic join and lock functions. So here's an example. As you can see, there are two walls and they were created like that. So if I select the wall with the auto join and auto lock function, I'm able to do so. So let me create a single wall. And then when I create a second wall, I will use the auto join function. And as I place this wall, you will see the walls can automatically be joined by themselves. However, it seems we do have a change there, and you can add your element, and as you do, you can see it goes through both elements, which is quite a neat function for joining walls automatically. Next is for design productivity. Previously, mullion profiles were limited to a single loop. Now, curtain wall mullions can use profiles with multiple loops. For example, they can use profiles with voided profiles and create curtain wall mullions with profiles with multiple closed loops. Mullion profiles do not accept open loops. So here in the image, you'll see an example. As long as it is designed with a closed loop all the way around and it's a single element, it can have multiple loops and the shape can then be altered accordingly. Next up, for site design, I will take a look at topo surfaces and topo solids. So previously, topo solids were called topo surfaces. When you upgrade your model from an older version and you open it in 2025, it will automatically excavate that surface with the topo solid. Topo solids can be created by face and create topo solids on any non-vertical faces of a mass using the topo solids by face tool. Here is just an example. When you do upgrade your pads from an older version to Revit, you can then still schedule it, and the excavation volume parametrics can be calculated automatically for you, which is quite convenient, and you don't have to redo your excavation for your cut and fill. So here under your model by face options for a massing and site, under the massing options, you will see there's a topo solid by face. You can inspect the related to mass parameter to verify if the topo solid is created from a mass or not. The topo solid made from a model by face is an extrusion. However, this creation method differs from the topo solid made from sketch or import, resulting in limited shape editor functions available for the model by face topo solid, especially when the topo solid is not in a flat planar state. You cannot select faces from different masses for the same topo solid. Excavation tool offers then that volume parameters in your type properties, in your project properties on the side, and they're automatically created. So under shape editing and under the model site itself, you can also change the topo solid to have smooth shading, not having all those convex lines and indents, making it more seamless and better for presentation. So under the Modify Topo Solid Contextual tab, you will find under the Topo Solid Shaping panel the new Excavate tool. So you can also remove the excavation, you can create or remove one. And as per usual, you still have the same abilities to add points, add split lines, pick support. You can also convert lines when you have reset your element, and you're able to modify all the sub elements. And then shape editing snaps for topo solids are also now available. Furthermore, replacing the erstwhile function of building pads in Revit 2023 and earlier versions of Revit, the Excavate tool in Revit 2025 marks a significant leap in the realm of site development within the software. At its core, the Excavate tool allows users to precisely sculpt topography and excavate volumes for topo solids using various cutting elements, such as floors, roofs, masses, or other topo solids themselves. Whether it's creating a sloping terrain for a residential project or carving out space for underground parking, the Excavate tool offers unparalleled flexibility and control. Here you will see the example. When you hover over the Excavate tool, this tooltip appears. You can select intersecting geometry to excavate the topo solid at that point. The excavate with floor and roof elements to create a void area in the topo solid. You can add multiple points, and it will also display quite neatly in a scope box or in a section view to see how the layers underground would work. The topo solid itself can also be edited, and multiple different sub elements can be created if you wish to show your hardcore filling and those kind of things. The Excavate tool workflow is seamless and intuitive. With just a few clicks, users can select the topo solid they wish to excavate, choose the intersecting element for cutting, and initiate the excavation process. Conversely, removing excavation from a topo solid is equally straightforward, ensuring efficient modeling and editing capabilities. This tool is designed to offer enhanced functionality, improved precision, and more intuitive user experience, empowering architects and designers to create accurate site models with ease, including municipal or local authority submission plans. But it is not limited to the area volume calculation with the ease of a parameter within the topo solid type properties. One of the standout features of the Excavate tool is the ability to provide precise volume calculations by accurately measuring the volume of soil removed from the topo solid, optimizing material usage and streamlining the construction process. I will now give an example of how topo solids work within Revit. So as you might be aware, topo solids can be created either from an import or by sketch or by face now. So under your massing and site, we have the topo solid function. Here is the topo solid smoothing shading option that I referred to earlier. So I will create one from an import first as an example. I will create it from CAD and I will select my CAD element. Here you can decide which layers you wish to have. I will just use the contours and the site itself to have a boundary for my site. And there is your topo solid. When you select the topo solid, you have the excavate tool here. It's either to excavate or remove excavation. I will create a floor as an example. You will see that they overlap. Once you select the excavate tool, you can select the floor in question and it will automatically be excavated. So just as an example, then here the topo solid at the bottom, we have a parameter under other for individual excavation volumes, also giving you the total excavation volume. And if you view that, you will have your information regarding this, the excavation, the cut and fill. Here under the excavation volume, this can also then be generated in a schedule, giving you more accurate information regarding what will be needed and how much soil has to be removed for your surface. Then if we put on the scope box and we cut through the element, it quite clearly defines the layers, which is a nice representation of the volume and the space itself. You're also able to edit the topo solid, the structure itself, adding your layers as it would be in reality when I'm going to construction. So the total steps for using the excavation tool is either import a CAD or CSV file and create a topo solid from that, or create a topo solid by sketch or by face model for massing. Place an intersecting or cutting element. In this case, I made use of a floor. Then you create a floor, and with the overlapping area, you select the excavation tool in the modified topo solid contextual tab on the ribbon. Then you select your intersecting element and it will excavate it for you. Also, if you do not wish to have the excavation, you're able to remove the excavation and it will no longer be relevant. The introduction of the excavate tool revolutionizes site modeling by offering precise control over terrain manipulation and excavation volumes. This tool, along with the enhanced topo solid capabilities, allows for more accurate and flexible site design, whether it is for creating sloping terrains or carving out spaces for infrastructure. Revit 2025 provides the tools needed to tackle complex site development for projects with confidence. Next, we have the total carbon analysis for architects. So total carbon analysis is a download extension that you can add on, a plugin for Revit 2025, and then it becomes available on your ribbon where you can create the analysis and then view it. The next generation of Insight introduced Carbon Insight that helps you analyze carbon impacts and trade-offs between architectural systems associated with a Revit model, So early phase design is recommended. Because it is analyzing a Revit model, it is ideal for insights and feedback to inform design decisions, long before one would do a detailed life cycle assessment of a fully designed Revit model. The new Carbon Insight plugin for Revit is available to anyone with a Revit or AEC Collection subscription. Download the plugin on your Autodesk account. The installers are available under the Extensions tab of the Revit product card. Insight leverages the EC3 database to apply material averages for embodied carbon, providing default carbon factors for these calculations. Users can always override these default factors with their own material carbon factor inputs. After the analysis is finished, Insight's open in your default browser and displays the analytical results in open and flexible dashboards, which offers a starting place for total carbon analysis. You can access the embodied carbon results in 3 graphs. It is the total embodied carbon by construction and by material and by intensity of the area. You can continue reviewing the key sustainability performance metrics and assign embodied carbon definitions to refine your analysis. So I've installed it, and I will give you a small presentation of how this would work. That is the end result that you get for your model. I made use of the architectural sample project by Autodesk, Snowden Towers, as it has a more detailed graph about all the categories within the carbon analysis. So here we have the Snowden Towers. Okay, so under your Analyze tab in your ribbon, you will find the new Carbon Insights. First, you can create the analysis if you haven't yet. If you have created one, you can also just go view it. I will show you the process when you start it for the first time, and we can do the analyzed Carbon Insights. So step 1 is wait for the upload to complete, and step 2 is view the analysis. Once it has been analyzed, the view becomes available in the ribbon. You can either click here or you can close and click there. This will navigate you to the internet browser for insights. So I previously opened it. I'll just navigate to this page. Here you have the Autodesk viewer, which is very similar to the ACC Autodesk Construction Cloud viewing options. Here you can do it by category or by element. You have for construction, category, and detail level. Whenever you select one of them, you're able to view it, navigate it as is, and here at the bottom you'll have a summary regarding the analysis of the carbon footprint and element. The total embodied carbon by category is what I selected here. You can select multiple different ones at once. You also have the full screen viewer. Here you have your normal functionality: pan, move, scale, rotate, and first person. And if we go into first person, you're also able to walk through your structure. Let's do this in bigger mode. And you can walk through your structure to see which elements are in question are being used or not. Then at the top, you're able to manage the factors. You can view, create, and edit factors. Factors are used to expand the analysis scope used for the calculating metrics. When you manage your factors, you can select them here on the left. You can create additional factors that you feel relevant. There are pre-created ones in this sample project. You can also go edit them and add new rows and new values and formulas and customize it to your satisfaction. And you can also manage them according to a category or a type that you selected. You can add additional formulas here, and here are some pre-created ones that you can just select to do calculations regarding the carbon, total embodied carbon. And then you have an overview summary, which is similar to the one here at the bottom. Whenever I select a specific element, it will highlight, giving you all the data regarding that element. And it will also highlight in the model, indicating what is being looked at currently. With various tools at your disposal, you can now do a carbon analysis with Revit 2025. Leveraging the various options available, such as manage factors and manage metrics, applicable to your structure for a comprehensive overview of your carbon emissions. There's a filtered search that can be done according to the graph and in the 3D model viewer. The same functionality as the Autodesk viewer and the AEC platform. So in conclusion, the total carbon analysis for architects is sustainability is at the forefront of Revit 2025. With the integration of total carbon analysis, this feature allows architects to assess the carbon footprint of their design, facilitating a more informed decision towards reducing environmental impact. By integrating carbon analysis directly into the design process, Revit 2025 supports the creation of a greener and a more sustainable building. Next, we have the Forma add-in. So Forma has been there already previously, but there are new enhancements that have been made and features which used to be in beta. They are now fully functional and quite convenient to use. Autodesk Revit 2025 brings a suite of new enhancements to the Forma add-in designed to further enhance visualization, analysis, and efficiency in architectural design and urban planning. These new features are tailored to provide a more robust way for users to visualize, analyze, and optimize their designs directly within Revit. This is a perfect tool to use for pre-conceptual design, and at the end of your design, you can do some incredible analysis regarding the wind factor, sun studies, shadow studies is now also available, and more. So the features I will look at and show you examples of is label in 3D mode. The ability to add labels in 3D mode is a more powerful enhancement in Revit 2025. This feature allows users to place text annotations directly within the 3D view, making it easier to identify and label elements within a spatial context. It enhances clarity and communication by providing immediate visible information in 3D models, which is particularly useful for presentations and detailed design reviews. Then you have the graphics display additional tools. So that is the label that you get in 3D view. And then here are the display options. They were limited to 2 or 3 functions. They now have more, including shadows that can be done, a study for shadows. So it introduces this graphic display settings, and these tools gives users greater control over the visual representation of their models. Enhancements include improved options for shading, textures, and lighting effects, allowing for more realistic and visually appealing renderings. These improvements help in creating more compelling visualization for stakeholders and clients. For a stakeholder and client to see the pre-conceptual design and the impact and the way it would be represented in reality before we get into detail for construction documentation. Then we have the new camera position and the camera options, and even the 4K screen capture for much higher resolution for a snipping image of your pre-conceptual design placed in Forma. Enhanced camera positioning options and the ability to capture high-resolution images in 4K are significant upgrades in Revit 2025. Users can now position cameras with greater precision, adjusting viewing angles, and capture detailed and high-quality images of their models. This feature is invaluable for creating stunning visual presentations, marketing materials, and detailed documentation. Then we have the parking demand calculator. The new parking demand calculator is a practical tool for urban planners and designers. It allows users to estimate the number of parking spaces required based on various parameters such as building use, occupancy rates, and local regulations. This tool helps in designing more efficient parking layouts and ensuring compliance with planning requirements. Additionally, the shadow study. Revit 2025 enhances the shadow study capabilities within the Forma add-in. This feature allows users to analyze how shadows cast by buildings and other structures will impact the surrounding environment at different times of the day and year. It is crucial for understanding solar access, optimizing natural light, and assessing the potential impacts on neighboring properties. There's also the new search function in Forma. The addition of a search function within Forma add-in greatly improves usability, making it faster to navigate towards the element you wish to work on. This feature allows users to quickly locate and navigate specific elements, tools, or settings within the Forma interface, also giving you a shortcut for each option within the tools available in Forma. Spending less time searching for things, streamlining the workflow. In conclusion, the Revit 2025 Forma add-in enhancements bring a new level of functionality and efficiency to architectural design and urban planning. The new features that are included are the 3D labeling, advanced graphics display tools, precise camera position with 4K capture, parking demand calculator, enhanced shadow studies, and improved search function collectively over a comprehensive toolset for modern design challenges. These enhancements make Revit 2025 an indispensable tool for professionals seeking to push the boundaries of creativity and precision in their projects. I will now give an example of our project here at Micrographics to show you these functions that are available. So within Forma, at the bottom here, we have your display options. You can display it in different ways, whether it is according to the function of the building. If there were units created, it will display by color different unit types. The area volumetrics of those elements. When you select a specific floor or something, the area matrix will be created and it's displayed by color, easy to navigate towards it. The terrain itself can be transparent, removing all other elements if you just wish to see the buildings. You can add contours if the contours were added. You have the general map and then satellite imagery. giving you a more realistic view of this. Then you can do a shadow study as well by month, day, and time of day, indicating how the shadows will display at that time of day and month. Then we have the capture for cameras. You can save a position, so I created one earlier, and you can navigate to that camera position. You can add additional camera positions by placing your camera, look from point or zoom to fit the entire selection. So if I want to place a camera, I'll zoom out a bit, select my camera. You will see the camera is available in your hand, on your cursor, and we will be able to place a camera at a specific view, and you can navigate it from there and determine what you would like to see in display. Once you're happy with a certain look, you can go and create a 4K screen capture. It will create the capture for you, and this can be sent to the clients or the stakeholders in question. With a very quick click, within seconds, we have something to present. There's also a trace existing shape function that is now available. If you wish to trace existing buildings on the side, if you would like to then bring that into Revit to give context to your design. And then this new function is where you find the trace option, and under your extensions for the analysis you have the parking demand calculator and the shadow study readily available. Next up, interoperability. There are quite a few. I just selected a few of them. Revit 2025 Enhancements in Interoperability brings significant advancements in interoperability, ensuring seamless integration with various tools and platforms. These enhancements are designed to facilitate better collaboration, data exchange, and integrating across different software environments, ultimately improving the workflow for architects, engineers, and construction professionals, AEC. Here's a look at the key options that we have. So the improved IFC category mapping. So when you export an IFC, you can select one of your exports options. Revit 2025 offers improved IFC category mapping, allowing users to map Revit categories more precisely to IFC classes. This enhancement ensures that the data exported from Revit is more accurately categorized and structured, facilitating better interoperability with the other IFC compliant softwares. The improved mapping capabilities lead to more reliable data exchange and reduce the need for manual adjustments during import and export processes. So here's the Manage IFC Export Mapping settings. You can have your own template that was created. You can select a template that is already given to you by Autodesk, or you can add, remove, copy, save, export these options. Templates can be saved for other projects, and you can then take it to your next Revit project or model. It is customizable and then can be exported for the use in other CAD software. Then we have the import-export step files option. STEP, standard for the exchange of product data, is a widely used standard for exchanging 3D CAD data. Revit 2025 introduces this ability to import and export STEP files in Revit 2025, enabling users to work more effectively with other CAD tools that use the STEP format. This enhancement broadens the range of software that can interact with Revit, making it easier to integrate Revit models into diverse engineering and manufacturing workflows. Then we have the support for new GIS systems. Geographic information systems are crucial for integrating spatial data with BIM models. Revit 2025 expands its support for new GIS systems, enhancing the ability to import and use GIS data within Revit. This improvement allows users to incorporate more accurate geographical information into their design, improving site analysis, which you can then use with your new TopoSolid by face function. Planning and environmental impact assessments can be done accordingly. Revit now supports 5 new horizontal coordinate systems, which users can now acquire the coordinates from linked DWG files. The 5 new ones are CGCS 2000, UK GG951, Amtrak Northeast Corridor, US Albers NAD 83, and ISN 2016. Next is the informed design for Revit. Informed design is a feature that leverages data to provide design insights. Revit 2025 enhances informed design capabilities, offering users better tools for data-driven decision-making by integrating more external data sources and improving analytical tools. Users can optimize designs based on real-world data, leading to a more efficient and effective outcome, such as a preconceptual design from format to Revit and then to a carbon or solar and other types of analysis after the design has been completed. Next, we have the Revit to Robot link enhancements. The integration between Revit and Autodesk Robot structural analysis has been improved in Revit 2025. Enhancements in the Revit to Robot link ensures more accurate data transfer and synchronization between the two platforms. This improvement allows structural engineers to perform a detailed analysis and design verification with Robot using data directly from Revit, streamlining the workflow and reducing potential errors that can be made. Then we have the use for the advanced steel parts and assembly marks in Revit. Revit 2025 introduces the capability to use advanced steel parts and assembly marks within Revit models. This feature enhances the interoperability between Revit and Advanced Steel, enabling users to maintain consistent part and assembly identification across both platforms. This integration supports better collaboration between structural designers and fabricators, ensuring that detailed steel fabrication information is accurately reflected in Revit models. So in summary, the interoperability enhancements in Revit 2025 significantly improved the ability to integrate and exchange data with various tools and platforms. These advancements facilitate better collaboration for the data exchange and the workflow efficiency for multidisciplinary design and construction projects. So within Revit, we have the new exports that have become available. You have your step file, which is available for export with preset schemas that can be selected, and unit type, as well as the IFC. Your IFC setup, you can go select pre-selected ones. Under here, you have your category mapping, and that can then be modified and managed according to your selection, what you wish to export as part of your IFC export. Then there were enhancements made to the interoperability tools for 2025. I will not go into detail with each of those, just showing where they are. And under the precast, we have the mounting parts to precast assemblies function that is available, and even the CAM export of assemblies for production, whether it's for fabrication or other services, this is quite ideal for structural things, such as using it with Revit or advanced steel. So as a conclusion for interoperability, Revit 2025 excels in the interoperability with improved IFC category mapping, step file support, and enhanced GIS integration. These advancements ensure seamless data exchange and collaboration across various platforms and disciplines. The link between Revit, Robot, and advanced steel for parts and assemblies and structural elements mark further streamlined workflows, reducing errors and improving coordination between designs and fabrication. So in conclusion, for the enhancements for Revit 2025, elevating design productivity and innovation, Autodesk Revit 2025 introduces a comprehensive suite of new features and enhancements designed to significantly boost design productivity, improve site design, enable detailed carbon analysis, enhance interoperability, and integrate advanced tools through the Forma add-in. These innovations cater to the evolving needs for architects, engineers, and construction professionals, empowering them to create more efficient, sustainable, and precise designs. Revit 2025 stands out as a powerful and versatile tool, setting a new standard for design productivity, site design sustainability, and interoperability. By integrating these advanced features, Autodesk Revit 2025 continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in the AEC industry, enabling professionals to deliver innovative, sustainable, and precise designs more efficiently and accurately, with less errors and less time spent fixing errors. Whether you are an architect, engineer, construction professional, or using Revit for other needs, manufacturing or fabrication, Revit 2025 provides the tools and capabilities needed to excel in today's dynamic and demanding design landscape. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us here at Micrographics. Hope you found this webinar to be informative. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and hit that notification bell for future webinars. Thank you again, and goodbye.